So this guy you're seeing on my screen, his name is Mr. Real. They call him Mr. Legbegbe. If you remember, he sang the popular song, pop song, Oya Fun Legbegbe many years ago. He did another song. And after a while, he had a fallout with Edo West, who was also on Legbegbe, that hit song. And he was popular for about a year and a half with the song because he had a lot of shows then. I could remember he was on Big Brother Naija. And Ebuka gave him special shout out. However, after years of his fame, and people were not really talking about him, and he decided to like jump on this trend of calling out D'banj, the popular Coco master, D'banj, the legend himself, who, of course, his fame began after he won the band's contest on Cream platform. His video, the popular hit Legbegbe, was allegedly shot by D'banj, and afterward started moving with D'banj and the likes, which helped his fame at that time because D'banj, you know who D'banj is in the industry. It's not easy to move with D'banj, someone like D'banj, in the industry. And I think D'banj influence really helped him at that time. So after many years, of course, people don't talk about him. People don't really vibe to him other than him coming online to rant and the likes. He started dragging D'banj. That D'banj allegedly was owing him some money, that he had an ambassadorial deal signed with D'banj. But the question people, podcast, particularly I saw his interview on this podcast, on NetPunch, and I was like, but the question people have failed to ask this guy is, do you have a contract, that ambassadorial contract that you signed with D'banj, that you are alleging that D'banj is here to meet the contract terms? This guy, the way I'm seeing him, he does not have a thorough management. Maybe there's nobody managing him. After he won the contest on the D'banj platform, he moved to the Coco Master. And that impacted his career positively, at least for that period, maybe 3-4 months. And while moving with D'banj, according to him, he said D'banj will tell him to perform for someone and you will perform. Did you bother to ask D'banj if you were getting paid for those performances? Was there any contract signed? Regardless of the status of any legend, business of music is a serious business. If he wants you to perform, he should be speaking to your manager, your management team. If you don't have one, at least you should create one that people will be speaking to, not you directly. Of course, this guy was, starstruck, and he was, according to him, nobody can confirm what he's saying, with facts, other than him just coming to say blah blah blah, reading some messages. If he did, and he told you, oh, I'll be paying you for those shows, a different thing. But if you just did it on your own, I'm with D'banj, I can do it now. Why do you think it should come and pay you now? If you were projecting the brand Cream platform for him because you won the inaugural contest and you also got your video shot for you paid by D'banj, and of course you flew to Dubai, all expense trip to Dubai, they got you a slot to perform as alleged in Dubai African Festival through D'banj influence. You are not talking about that. Now you're talking about D'banj is owing you blah 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 blah. Bro, if you don't have a document to back it up, in this industry they've said it, they've educated artists enough. Don't be cajoled, don't be pressured, don't be desperate. Always sign a document anytime you're having a contract. If somebody is requesting your services, you should be signing a contract. There should be exchange of documents. So you coming out to just talk without any substantial evidence to back it up, it's actually telling us more about you and your career, because that's the story for another day. As for other material that went on that podcast, because Mr. Real was avoiding the band's platform, naming it, he didn't want to call it. He was just saying the para or whatever he was saying. You, other material, was the one calling the Cream. You are trying to drag a platform, multi-million dollars platform, on your own platform to gain popularity. And I think D'banj press charges. I think D'banj should press charges because you were naming that platform on Honest Bunch. It's enough. People can't just go on podcasts, hiding behind podcasts, to say all sorts, damaging the brand of another person. If Mr. Real did not mention Cream, because I want to believe they must have advised him because he could be sued. But you decided to call it. Oh, even though you were trying to be smart by half with what I saw. Oh, the Cream platform, people know I'm not. I think the band should make you one of the scapegoats. Take you to the courts. Take the platform to the courts. Because, of course, this was not mentioned by the person you invited on the platform to come speak or to interview on the platform. You were the one calling it, giving that brand a bad reputation. So I think the band also should take you, even though he's trying to avoid Mr. Real because he has no case to answer. You were famsing the band. You were starstruck. You were doing all sorts, and you think years later, after like 6, 7 years, the person will just come and, oh, let me pay you. No, you did, if you did at all, you did it out of your love for the band. Except, of course, they've told you, oh, the band has collected money. And even if it did, if somebody is saying, can you perform for this person for me? You said, yes, you didn't have some money. That is the consideration for that contract. For a contract to be binding, two people must agree, and there must be a consideration. Oh, you are paying me this, and it must be documented. Oh, I'm getting this so and so amount. If you're not documenting it, it is difficult for you to come back years later to lay claim to it retrospectively. It doesn't work that way, Mr. Real. If you don't have a management managing you, I think it is time for you to get a management and focus more on your career, other than coming online to drag the band. That will not give you that reignite your fame. You've had the fame, like Begbe. So, Mr. Ree, if you do not have management team, please go get one. Get a serious one, not the people you'll be controlling or you'll be telling them what to do. Get professionals. Professionals that know their onions. So that's the message for Mr. Real and for Honest Bond podcast, particularly on Osborne Material. If you notice, Daddy Freeze avoided this episode because he's wise. He's an OG. Whoever is behind that podcast, except they told you to mention the band's Cream's platform, you have no right to mention it, especially when your guest avoided it. Regardless of how you try to paint the platform as good, in that context, in that situation, no.